Prime time.
To this day.
How you doing, champ?
Nights like this, I wish.
The millions watching around the world.
Prime time.
Nobody, every time I call something in question, I'm
That's why it's very important.
raise up, gonna be trouble.
Might have to drop a dime on it.
He has all the attributes to fit.
You ready for the next one?
Most definitely, that's the fight that we want next.
Ready? He's definitely ready.
I'm ready.
Come on, baby, get it together.
You guys gotta give me a better dance partner.
Now nothing mean don't get a now nothing. Now nothing. A now nothing out of there.
Hey, welcome back to the channel. It's your man Primetime, and you already know you on Primetime Talk TV. And yeah, I'm back at you with another good video, and you already know the routine. Once you enter my house, wipe your feet off, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and smash the bell icon so you can be notified the next time I drop these next latest and greatest videos like these.
Prime time.
To this day.
Oh man, let's go ahead and jump on into this video, shall we? Man, how about everybody is riding on my boy Errol the Truth Spence, man. You know what I mean? They talking about, you know, he dodging and, you know, he won't Keith Thurman, and now he taking the Keith Thurman fight and yada, yada, yada. These are all words from expert casual fans, straight up. Because if you know boxing, like I know boxing, you understand that this does not fall on Errol Spence. Matter of fact, it doesn't even fall on Trenice Crawford. You know who it falls on? It falls on the powers to be, the money handlers. Think about this, y'all. Is Errol Spence and Trenice Crawford paying themselves? I think not. So who is paying them? So whoever's paying them is the one that makes the fights, right? That's what that was what I was under the assumption. I didn't assume that Mike Tyson paid for his own fights and Muhammad Ali paid for his own fights. So how are you blaming Errol Spence? Oh, well, because he's not taking the fight. How he not taking the fight when he was in negotiations with Trenice Crawford? Trenice Crawford did not let them in on, hey, look, y'all don't get y'all stuff together. I'm talking over here with Black Prime, you know what I mean? You know, it's a new company or whatever, you know. No, he didn't do none of that. Because they was leaving him kind of in the dark. He was trying to figure out, hey, where is this money? How much is money? Where is this money coming from? How is it being allocated? How is it being spent? But in all actuality of everything, y'all, it was just that the money wasn't there. For real. You can say I'm lying, you can say I'm coming up with my own stuff, but if you do your research and see when Paramount bought Showtime out, remember my boy Kevin Bacon, he had that TV show City on the Hill. Me and my family, we were watching City on the Hill. We loved that show. And then boom, it doesn't get reinstated for a second season. I wonder why. I looks it up. Then boom, Paramount buys Showtime, cuts almost half of their shows and programming. Anything that won't bring in money, making a large amount of money, they cut. They either cut it in half or they cut it out. So the money that PBC needed, Premier Boxing Champions needed, Al Heyman needed from Showtime, well, Showtime needed it from Paramount. Paramount was not giving them the money for Crawford and Errol Spence, because when they looked at the numbers of what these guys did, it wasn't enough. That's why they had to make Trenice Crawford go out there and fight on his own. To really see and to be able to take that money that he made from that to show, okay, this is what you're really worth, brother. Can't give you no more than that, brother. This is real data. This is you doing it on your own. So, you know, the 50-50 you was talking about, you ain't gonna be able to get, buddy. And that's what all of this is about. It's the holdout for the payout, y'all. Y'all just don't get this. Y'all think that this is about fighting in the ring. The first fight is on paper, y'all. Boxers got to fight to get that contract. Boxers got to fight to get notice. Boxers got to fight to get the attention of the fighter that they trying to fight, y'all. What don't y'all understand about this business? This business is crazy. It's the only wild, wild west business there is. You think about it. Basketball got an organization. Football got an organization. Shoot, daggone near MMA got an organization. But boxing is kind of like, you know, promoter, the wild, wild west. You go to a different saloon and fight a different fighter. That's what boxing is, you know, pretty much like. So to hold Errol Spence and, he's the reason why he's scared of Terrence Crawford. You hear the Terrence Crawford fans saying that. Then you hear the Errol Spence fan. Oh, well, it was Terrence Crawford. He went and fought David Masnasian, and why he didn't get into the fight with Errol Spence? It's everybody blaming everybody, but ain't nobody blaming the right people. You feel me? Because think about this. Just put your common sense cap on for a second with me. Please, just indulge me. Like I said before, do Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford pay for their own fights? No? All right. You agree on that, right? Okay. Follow me then. Follow me. Use your brains. If they don't pay for their own fight, who pays for the fight? So why can't the fight get made if somebody else is paying for the fight? Don't these guys want undisputed? Don't somebody want all the belts? Well, look, y'all. The fight hasn't built up to what they wanted to be. They have analytic data to match up against Mayweather versus Pacquiao. And they see what type of trajectory it's on. And if it's not on the right way, incline up, and it's on incline down, then the fight ain't going down. That's how it is, y'all. I'm sad to bring y'all this truth. But I'm kind of tired. You know, I'm tired of hearing people, oh man, Errol Spence is scared of Terrence Crawford. This dude got out of an accident and fought Danny Garcia. He could have fought Hector Garcia. You know what I mean? But he fought a former world champion right after a car accident. Now, you could say Terrence Crawford fought a former world champion, David Aberdeen, but it's not the type of quality fighter that we're looking for. And honestly, in all actuality, if you look at the resumes, they don't really compare. Errol Spence's resume is a tad bit better than Terrence Crawford in my book. Now, a lot of people argue, hey, that's because Terrence Crawford moved up different weight classes. True. Very, very, very true. But when you're talking about the welterweight division, who has 3 belts, not one, who has been the welterweight the longest, who has beat more welterweight champions, Errol Spence. So how can he be afraid of somebody if he don't fought pretty much everybody in the welterweight division? How can you come up with that analysis? Oh, well, he's afraid of Terrence because Terrence Crawford is a switch hitter. Well, if that's the case, then you can say Terrence Crawford is afraid of Boots Ennis because he's a switch hitter. You see where this going? It's just a never-ending pool of deceit, lies, and self-interpretations. Imaginations. You know? Like, when are you going to be real and just say, okay, you know, Terrence Crawford fought everybody, Errol Spence fought after Errol Spence beat him. So would that be in an argument, say, if I was Errol Spence's lawyer to say that, hey, Errol Spence beat and banged those guys up before Terrence Crawford got him? That they were never the same anyway when Errol Spence got him, and that's probably the reason why they were more susceptible to say, hey, I'll go ahead and fight Terrence Crawford now because I done got beat up by Errol Spence. You know? And Then you have Terrence Crawford, who has yet to call out anybody that really puts a serious threat to his career, his reign, his title reign. You know, we got Virgil Ortiz, we got Emmanuel Stanionis, we got Jerron Boots Ennis, we got Keith Thurman. We have a slew, I would say a top 5 of fighting competitors. And out of all those competitors, Terrence Crawford chose David Avenesian, which I understand. Hey, you know, Black Prime putting on the best show. They want to put on the first best show with Terrence Crawford. They want to give him a fight that is winnable, because he beat Mean Machine. Mean Machine beat David Avenesian. So it was a tune-up fight. Honestly, it was a showcase fight to show that, hey, I can put on my own event. I can make money. I can flip it without y'all. And with a new app that ain't never been heard of. I'm going to do this type of numbers. And maybe he did. Maybe he didn't. You know? But in the grand scheme of things, y'all, this is really about building up this mega fight. You know? A lot of people are even saying that the Ryan Garcia versus Gervonta Tank Davis is bigger than Errol Spence versus Terrence Crawford for Undisputed. Ain't that something? Now, I can agree with, hey, it'll probably do more visual numbers as far as the eye test, but far as beating out Errol Spence, Terrence Crawford, pay-per-view, it's hard to say. It's hard to say, y'all. You know, that is very opinionated because it hasn't happened yet. So if I say that, that's my opinion. And I'm not going to give you a false narrative opinion because it hasn't happened. So I don't know which fight would be the best. I know they both would sell out. I know they both would do big numbers. I know with Gervonta selling out his arena by himself, and then with Ryan Garcia, man, gotta do bigger numbers, I'm assuming. But who knows? You know what I mean? Errol Spence, he always bring out Texas. He always sells out that stadium. So, you know, it's really hard to say who will do what. But I will say this much, just off face value, Ryan Garcia and Gervonta Tank Davis does have more pull and more attention than Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford. But I tell you what, you know, with all the discrepancies and how people are feeling about how the fight went the last year and it didn't get made, that, you know, that Terrence Crawford versus Errol Spence is still thriving. People are still wanting to see that fight, you know, and that is why Errol Spence fought or will fight Keith Thurman at 154. He's keeping his word, y'all. You know what I mean? Because a lot of people say, oh, he keeping his word, he fighting Keith Thurman. He wanted to fight Keith Thurman for a belt. He didn't want to just fight Keith Thurman, y'all. So get it right when y'all saying stuff, okay? He is actually keeping his word. He ain't giving him no title shot. He was talking about fighting Keith Thurman back in the day when he was coming up, when he had one belt and Keith Thurman had a belt. He wanted to fight Keith Thurman and unify. Keith Thurman told him no. Then Keith Thurman said he had injuries, yada, yada, yada. Then he ended up giving up his belt before he was stripped of his belt. So he technically did not lose his belt. So that is why he was able to make the argument to fight Errol Spence, y'all. You know, it ain't the other way around. Errol Spence was not showcasing. You don't have not one video or interview to where he said he wanted to fight Keith Thurman. Not one. So a lot of you people are just, honestly, I got to be real, straight up liars. Y'all just be saying stuff just to be saying stuff for clickbait, I guess, to get some attention. But I would rather last off of truth. So when you go back on my videos, you'll say, Dad, this dude held it down. Versus, oh man, this dude lied. This dude just getting clickbait, yada, yada, yada. I see plenty of people with, you know, 100,000 subscribers. They doing that. I'm not going to do that here. Real is real. You know what I mean? Me and my pops, we discuss boxing. We don't be lying to each other when we discuss boxing. We tell each other the truth. So this is why I'm doing the channel, doing it to y'all the same way me and my pops do it. We speak facts, we speak truth, and we leave it at that. So Anyway, I'm definitely looking forward to the fight. It's going to be a good fight, y'all. Real talk. It's going to be a good fight. It's going to be a back and forth battle. But I do look to see Errol Spence either win unanimous decision or either win with probably a couple of standing 8 counts on this one. Because the real test is can Keith Thurman take those body shots that Errol Spence is going to most likely give him in that battle. And I tell you what, you know, after seeing Keith Thurman fight Barrios, man, you know, you fight Errol Spence like that, man, it's going to be a short one for you. A very, very short one. So, anyway, with that being said, that's all I got for you in this video. You already know the routine. When you leave my house, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, smash the bell icon so you can be notified the next time I drop these next, latest, greatest videos here on Primetime Talk TV. And I'm on social media everywhere. Definitely go to the website, PrimeTimeTalkTV.com, and copy you some merch. All right, y'all. Peace, love. I'm out. Till next time.